real reason successful men stay single. If you're a man who's crushing it in your career or your business, and most areas in your life are stable, but the last missing piece is a fulfilling relationship to the right woman, listen to this. I will tell you exactly what you need to do to find the right girlfriend or wife. My name is David Mason. I'm the international dating coach. And over the years, I've helped men from nearly 50 countries find the right girlfriend or wife. The very first reason is that you simply haven't aimed for it. Wayne Dyer, one of the OGs in personal development, he back in the day gave a speech about the power of intention. You simply haven't placed your intention on it. Whenever you've achieved something in your career or your business, you did so. Why? Because you had a goal and then you visualized the successful achievement of it. You defined a goal and then you derived an action step. Now, what you unconsciously did, even if you didn't do it consciously, is you had strong enough reasons as to why. Because dating is going to have some moments of upsets in there. It can actually be really easy if you know what you're doing. It can be a very enjoyable process when you have a system and you have a date machine that supplies you with enough quality options. It can be super easy and fun. But there will be moments where it's going to be hard because you'll schedule a date and then she'll flake because you get your hopes up. That's going to happen. So in order for you to keep going over X amount of months, could be 2 months, could be 11 months, could be 5 months, could be 6 months, to find the right woman for life, you have to have strong enough reasons why. Why does this matter? Your motivation comes from motive, your motive for doing something. And there's only two types of motivation. There is towards, and then there is away from motivation. And away from motivation simply means, what's the pain I'm trying to avoid? The pain I'm trying to avoid may be the feeling of loneliness when you close your laptop after a long day of working from home. Being in a hotel like this by yourself as opposed to with the right woman. Where's your kids? I mean, maybe you already have kids and you're beyond that stage. Maybe you want to have a family with somebody together. The pain of the loneliness, the pain of seeing your cousin or your brother and your friends getting married. And even though you're super happy for them, you want it for you too. The pain of dying alone, the pain of ending your genetic legacy, never having anybody to follow in your footsteps, not being able to raise a future generation of you, whatever the pain is you're trying to avoid. Now, in order for you to really stay motivated and really enjoy the process, there also has to be towards motivation, as in, what are you looking forward to having? Imagine having a beautiful woman by your side who's smart, educated, has the same values as you, wants to live life the way you do. Man, how good would that feel? Being able to connect intimately on a daily basis. Imagine that. Imagine how good that would feel. Traveling, no stress, no drama. She's a source of peace for you, and you support each other after a long day of work. Instead of bickering, she'll tell you, thank you so much for working so hard. And then fill in the blanks. You write down your ideal vision. Don't take mine, take yours. That is your drive. And then you understand how good life will be when you have it and the pain you're trying to avoid. And then you'll take action. That's the first most important piece, because I can give you all the strategies and you're simply not going to act upon them if your drive, if your motive for action isn't strong enough. And by the way, if you want the ultimate motive, you have to find a way to connect this to the suffering of other people. Once you understand how not having the right woman in your life is going to negatively impact other people that you already love, then you'll really be driven. Now, if it's just about you, we're only going to do so much. But we as human beings, that's the beauty of human nature. We're always going to do more for other people than we will do for ourselves. That means if you understand how much happier you actually will be and how much better you'll treat people around you and what a better role model you will be for your future or current children if they can see you in a loving relationship. If you have daughters, don't you want them to see what it's like to be treated well in a relationship, to be in a happy and fulfilling relationship? If you have sons, don't you want them to see that? Once you understand that you have a moral and ethical duty to make yourself as happy as humanly possible, because that's the energy that you touch people with, it doesn't matter how good a person you are cognitively. If you're not as happy as you can be, and it doesn't mean that every moment is going to be pure pleasure, but that you're coming from a place of fulfillment and general sense of happiness, if you're not there most of the time, well, then you're impacting people with your energy, and then you're not as patient with your mother or your father when you're having a conversation with them. You know what I'm talking about? When your uncle or your grandmother calls you, or your siblings, you're naturally going to be a little bit more short-tempered. you won't have as much of an open ear. But imagine if you just got done connecting intimately with a beautiful woman, you just spent an amazing day with her and your future kids, you're just happy, and then somebody calls you who need your help. You're way more tempted to want to do that. Now, you already do that, I understand, but the energy you do it with will be completely different. That's the first thing. Now, what you have to do is you have to not lower your standard. You are not too picky. Maybe I'm just picky. You're not too picky. Maybe you're delusional. Most men are not delusional. Some men are delusional. And if you're delusional, then lower your standard. But for most men, you should maintain the standard and then just increase your output. Get more quality options to choose somebody from. You can absolutely find a woman who's right for you if you get a date machine. How do you do that? Dating apps, Instagram approaches, or social circle referrals. The easiest thing, a great dating app profile on Hinge or Bumble or Tinder or Raya, depending on where you are in the world. If you're in the US or London, for example, Hinge and Bumble are going to be the best. If you're in Eastern Europe, then probably Tinder. It depends on where you're at. All of them can work, but it depends on your individual situation. Build a great profile with a good bio, and then you can get at least 2 to 4 quality dates a week from dating apps, and you can do some approaches per week. Approaches should get you at least 2 to 4 quality dates a month as well. And then you can just send direct messages from Instagram. If you have really very little time, it's just dating apps and Instagram, and you could build a remote pipeline. It's genius. If you have a good profile and you can go from zero Instagram to a good enough Instagram, I swear to God, in maybe 3 weeks to 70% good enough, really good, to be able to start sending messages or follow women and start conversations and get dates. It's very powerful. I've done it with clients. If you go to my website, for example, there's plenty of success stories with clients who've used all of those strategies. I recommend you check them out. As I said, I've done this with guys from nearly 50 countries. If they can do it, why can't you? Why shouldn't you be able to find the right one? What excuse comes to your mind right now? I don't have enough time. Well, they're also busy. I've done this with surgeons, anesthesiologists, lawyers, business owners, 7-figure, 8-figure, 9-figure, and more. If they can find the time, why not you? It's a lie. It's a lack of prioritization. Tony Robbins says, time is emotion. If something is important enough for us, we block the time in a Google Calendar or maybe even Outlook. If this is something that's a priority for you, then you block the time for it. Good thing is, you have 112 waking hours per week if you sleep 8 hours a night. Dating only takes 5 to 10. 5 to 8, really. Dating apps take 10, 15 minutes a day. 15 minutes a day on dating apps is all it takes to generate 1 quality date a week. That's a fact. It's way more about building a great profile, and then it's 15 minutes a day. You swipe right maybe maximum 10, 15 times per day, and then you run a couple of boosts. It's genius. Instagram, you spend maybe 5, 10 minutes a day on it, maximum. And then you have already more dates to choose from. I have taken clients from 1 to 2 mad dates a month from dating apps to 2 to 3 quality dates a week. And it doesn't even have to be that much. 1 a week is more than enough, but you can absolutely do that. The second thing you got to do is start reading red flags. Brother, what I'm about to say comes from love. You suck at reading red flags. You're pathetic at reading red flags. And I used to be as well. I was married to a woman who wasn't right for me. She wasn't a bad person. I wasn't either. But we both weren't compatible. And the reason you've ended up in all the relationships that ended, you didn't know how to read red flags. I mean, there may have been other reasons. Like I've had clients who've had their wives pass away. That's obviously a completely different circumstance. That's obviously not what I'm referring to. Super respectful towards that. But you still suck at reading red flags, brother, okay? I have tons of videos about that. We can help you with that personally. We help clients every single week with disqualifying the wrong ones very, very quickly. It's super important that you learn to do that, because otherwise you keep wasting your time and then you fall in love and you get your hopes up and then you waste 6 to 18 months before it goes to shit naturally, as it's bound to. My invitation for you is set a high standard, get a lot of quality dates through either dating apps, approaches, or Instagram. I don't care which of those you use, as long as you do. You disqualify the wrong ones quickly, and then you simply have to get rid of the blind spots you have in your communication, because there's still things that need to be improved. Even if you're already doing well because you're professional in your career or your business, I understand, that's fine. But there's blind spots that you have when it comes to dating, because the way we communicate in a dating context when it comes to attraction is very different. It's way more fun and lighthearted. I'm German, trust me. I understand what it's like to be serious and want to have deep and meaningful conversations. Yeah, But women are going to make a decision at an emotional level whether they want to see you again after the first or second date. So building attraction, being fun and playful and lighthearted is one of the most important things you can do. There's strategies for all of that. Now, it has to be authentic. When it comes to communication, there's two things that really matter. There's authenticity here, and there's effectiveness or relatability here. Some people, they're so effective, they're so political that they're not authentic. They sacrifice authenticity for the sake of effectiveness. You know these people in a corporate context. Pain in the ass. I can't stand it. That's part of the reason. I mean, when I used to work for Salesforce, cool company, great team, but I couldn't stand the fakery. Now, and then there's other people who are so authentic that they're not effective. You want to be way more authentic, way more radically honest, way more transparent, way more unapologetic, way more unashamedly yourself and effective. If you do both, you'll be able to choose an amazing woman from a level of abundance you've ever had before, and the probability that it's going to last is maximized. So listen, if you're a man who's crushing it, you're doing well in your career or your business, and you want to find the right woman and you would like help with it, click the link below this video, click it, fill in the application form. It's not going to take long, a minute or 2 or 3 max, and then a team member of mine is going to reach out to you to figure out if and how we can help you. What have you got to lose? If you don't make a conscious decision, if you don't make a conscious decision to change something, my brother, nothing will change. We're already halfway through 2026. We're almost in 2027. Do you really want to spend another Christmas by yourself?